Hello, okay, my thoughts on the Hoka Clifton Edge footage now. Hello, so out on my run home from work today, and bear in mind I've been in my ultras all day with tons of space and flat. I'm running home in these, yep, pink, but they are really cush. Really comfy, and if you don't like too soft a shoe, nice and responsive as well. That's how I like my Hokas. Yeah, liking this so far. We run one and then 3 miles in, so time will tell. Okay, end of the run. How was it? Cushioned, responsive. Not your kind of typical Hoka in that it's not overly mushy, a little bit of pop. I have been in my ultras all day and I could feel my toe a little bit, but then I do have that with new shoes anyway. The shoe, excellent for twerking. And unlike the Daleks, this thing can take stairs, so it's definitely not a Doctor Who Dalek shoe. Good fit, definitely roomier than a normal Hoka. And what I say, I could feel my toe, but then I do have that with new shoes, like I said, and I have been in my ultras all day where I've had all that wiggle room. Towards the end of the run, it did feel a little bit like I was fighting the shoe. It wasn't quite as smooth as maybe the start of the run, but then I just put that down to being tired after yesterday's interval session. But no, more miles to come. I'm sure I'll keep enjoying it. I do dig the colour. I think it looks ace. Bye. So this was a shoe gifted to me by Hoka. So perks of working in a running shop sometimes is that brands give us bits to try. As I say, thoughts are my own. I'm not being paid or given any incentives to try these shoes or give them a review. All the opinions are my own. So how would I rate this shoe? Started off really well, loved it, and just like I said in the video clips, I kind of for the first part of the run it felt fantastic, nice and bouncy, really kind of spongy and responsive. And then for me, just as I've used it more and more, there's two kind of key things really with the issue. So firstly, I kept getting blisters. So just by my left big toe, just on the knuckle of the foot there, every time I run, just a little blister. I switched out the insoles, try something a little bit softer, see if it's just the edge of the shoe, but again, same effect. So just each time, so there's maybe just not quite wide enough around that part of the shoe for me. And the second thing was just it sort of felt like the shoe would kind of flatten off a bit, like I was sort of fighting the shoe rather than it being that kind of responsiveness and cushioning of the shoe carrying on, which is a kind of shame because I really liked it on the first few runs. It just felt absolutely fantastic. I've done 36 miles in it, so it's given them a good go. So for me, this one is a no. But I think for those people who would like it, is if you, like I said in the video, if you're into your Hokas but want to try something that isn't soft and kind of marshmallowy like your Clifton is, maybe if you've been a shoe from them called the Elevon, which you might find that maybe a little bit heavy. This shoe's kind of like a nice compromise between those two, so a little bit lighter, a little bit more responsive like a Clifton, but not that marshmallowy feeling, and you get that kind of firmer, more responsive feel which comes from the Elevon. So it's kind of the best of both worlds, plus the colourway is ace, absolutely fantastic. I think you can also get it in black and the new colours that have come out this year. I say, so when I do the shoe reviews, I'm not going to score them out of 10 or out of 5 or stars or thumbs up, thumbs down, and any of that kind of nonsense. Hopefully it'll be more just a chat about the shoes, who the shoe's going to work for, and any kind of pros and cons. So working in the running industry, I think every shoe has a purpose, has a reason for kind of being on a shoe wall for a shop. I think that's what you kind of really find. And my job when I'm serving customers is to listen to what they need, what I think that will work well for them, and then bring out a range of shoes for those kind of needs. Sure, we do have a kind of bias towards some shoes and thinking that some shoes that aren't very good, and we won't bring those out. And sometimes some shoes are absolutely fantastic. But I say it's not my job here or in my shop to be pro towards brand. To kind of, I think it's kind of like a toolbox really. You kind of find a shoe that does the job that you want it to do, and that might not always be from the same brand. It might be you'd have a collection from across the brands, and I think sometimes that's the way to go. Although I never got a job with a shoe brand, but there we go. So hopefully this is my first go, so be kind and be gentle, and hopefully it'll improve and get a bit better as I'm kind of collecting my thoughts. But I say we'll try and make this more of a kind of chat. And if you've got any questions, you can pop them in the comments below, and I'll try and get back to you. Like, subscribe, all that kind of jazz, and hopefully this is the first of kind of a few, and this should get better with a bit more time and a bit more patience. But thanks for your time today, and you take safe out there. Bye bye.